Or Ramsey, come on, folks. Or Ramsey, yes. Right there, that's the guy you want explaining the facts of life to your kids. Thor Ramsey, that's the guy. Yeah, some of you are never going to be grandparents now. Okay. All right. How you folks doing? Good? Good to be here, man. Good to be doing a comedy club for a change. I've been booked at some weird gigs lately. I was actually booked at a nursing home last week, and yeah, that was weird. Good crowd, though, I'll tell you. They laughed so hard. They wanted a dry seat in the house, tell you the truth. That was pretty good. You guys seem like a nice crowd, though, man. I'll tell you, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I was booked there not too long ago. That's my hometown, Kansas City. Anybody from Kansas City? That's why I moved, right there. That's it. Moved to LA from Kansas City. If you've ever been to Kansas City, you see billboards everywhere that say, Kansas City, cleanest big city air in the nation. That's their big claim to fame, cleanest big city. Just what are they bragging about when you think about it? That we got cleaner air than Detroit, New York, LA? Isn't that kind of like saying, my gal's the prettiest girl with a mustache? You know? Or I'm the smartest person in Arkansas. You know, it's just... Hey, I'm sorry if you're from Arkansas. I apologize. If you're a girl from Arkansas, sorry about the mustache joke, okay? Really don't want to offend anybody. Actually, nice folks in Arkansas. They're really. I toured the whole state not too long ago, and here's the thing. I saw signs everywhere. I think it was going on statewide. It said Arkansas Shakespeare Festival. You don't need a punchline for that, do you? What lighting that yonder window done broke over there? Romeo, Romeo, where y'all at? To be or not to be? What was the question again? Actually, I can't make too much fun. I used to live in Raytown, Missouri myself. I don't know if you heard about the guy from Raytown who won a gold medal at the Olympics. He had it bronzed and everything. I'll tell you, some of my hillbilly neighbors used to drive me nuts. I'd hate telling them what I do for a living because they always ask the dumbest questions. So where do you work? I'm a comedian. Really? So do you travel or? No, I just perform in my front yard. Want to go get your lawn chair? We're going to have a dinner show in about half an hour. That's another thing. Get so sick of every question ending in "er." So you got any kids or? What are you, a lawnmower? I used to have this one neighbor, doesn't have ideas, he's got ideals. Here's an ideal for you. I'm going, you know, you might want to save that L for another word later. Well, most of you are laughing, a lot of you looking at me like an Amish person at Circuit City. I'm not getting any of this. So I've been listening to rap music. Everybody's into rap music. I live in LA. I just thought I'd give that a try. And some of it's okay, but I think the gangster rap is dangerous. As a matter of fact, thanks to gangster rap, we have a big problem among teenagers called crack. I'm not talking about the drug, talking about the way they wear their pants. Raising a generation of plumbers, for crying out loud. So yeah, I've been living in LA going on 2 years now, and my first week in LA, I got 3 parking tickets in a row in 1 week. It's crazy if you got out-of-state plates. My third parking ticket, I was going to the Comedy Store in Hollywood. I parked my car, read the sign 50 times. I go in, I come out. I got a ticket because my wheel was not turned towards the curb. On my way home, going down Sunset Boulevard, I see a guy in a G-string carrying a bottle of wine yelling at people. He's okay. Yeah, I guess he parked straight. I'm the troublemaker. So, well, what else been going on? I eat a lot of fast food restaurants being on the road, too. I'll tell you, there's so many in this nation, it's incredible. I was just in the Windy City not too long ago in Chicago, where there are more Taco Bells per square mile than anywhere. Could be why they call it the Windy City, now I think about it. Remember when fast food restaurants used to have a good reputation, like Burger King used to have that slogan, special orders don't upset us? Yeah, these days it sure does confuse the help, though, doesn't it? It's like, yeah, let me get a Whopper with cheese, please. Whopper with cheese? Beep, 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 beep. No mayo. No mayo. Let me see if I can do this. Beep, 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 beep. Need a manager up here. Like, hey, man, just give me a plastic knife. I'll scrape it off. Knife? Beep, 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 beep. Hey, Roadrunner, just cancel it there, pal. It's that doggone cancel button. Still need that manager. Oh, wait a minute, I'm the manager. Is there a problem here? And doesn't it seem like they always let the biggest goofball work the late night drive-through window at some of these joints? I pulled up one of these fast food restaurants the other night. The guy at the speaker goes, "What do you want?" Yeah, let me get a double cheeseburger. We don't have double cheeseburgers anymore. Do you have cheeseburgers? Yes, we do. Give me 2 cheeseburgers, put it on 1 bun. I'll have to ask the manager if we can do that. Look, man, forget it. Look, just give me 2 regular cheeseburgers, a medium fry, a small Coke, and can you put some extra ketchup in the bag, please? Can you? Okay, I'm back. You said we can't do that. What? The manager said we can only sell what's on the menu. Double cheeseburgers are on the menu. We're out, dude. Okay, look. Give me 2 cheeseburgers, a medium fry. We don't have medium, sir. We have small, large, and extra large. Okay, which one of those is in the middle? He wants to know which one's in the middle. Which one is it? Is it large? Give me the large. Okay, would you like some fries with that? That's what I just ordered, Opie. I just ordered fries. How'd you know my name was Opie? What size did you want? Look, I got the medium. We don't have medium, sir. We have small. Look, I got the one in the middle. What is that, large? He keeps asking me which one's in the middle. Is it large? Yeah. Okay, look. Give me 2 cheeseburgers, a large fry, and a small Coke. Like supersize that fry? What, are you working on commission now? No. But we can supersize that fry for 39 cents. Look, forget the fry. Just give me 2 cheeseburgers and a small Coke. Okay, but if you get the combo platter, we give you a small fry with that for the same price. Now give me the combo with the small fry. It's like supersize that fry. I'll tell you what, Opie, forget everything. Just give me 1 cheeseburger. Can you handle that? 1 cheeseburger. Okay, but we have a special on double cheeseburgers. You've been there, huh? I like Applebee's, though. Good buffalo wings at Applebee's. I was there. Yeah. Except they're on the appetizer menu, and for some reason the waitress will always ask me, "You gonna have that as a meal, sir?" "No, as a beverage, Heather. You wanna put that in a blender for me?" They do ask some dumb questions there, don't they? First thing they ask you when you go in, smoking preference? "Yeah, Marlboro Lights. You got that one?" "Just blow that my way. That's my favorite." Go in by yourself. "Just one of you today, sir?" "No, I got a Siamese twin. He's attached to my ups. Must have fell off." Go check the bushes. They're out there in the bushes going, "Smoking preference?" And who came up with this system at Applebee's? It drives me nuts, where every customer gets like 6 waiters apiece. You know what I'm talking about? "Hi, I'm Winona. I'll be your waitress this evening. I'll be taking your order. Bob will bring your food. Julio will bring your napkin. Debbie will bring your beverage. Susie will come by as soon as you got a mouthful of food and ask you how everything is. And we'll make sure not a one of us is in sight when you're ready for your check." I'm in a pretty good mood this week. I just bought myself a nice car. Not a new one, but a pretty nice one. I've never in my life had a decent car. Even when I was young and single, which kind of stinks because, you know, chicks go for the guys with the nice cars when you're young and single. Corvettes, Mustangs. Too bad for me, Pacer went on the list. Otherwise, I'd have been Rico Suave. That's what I had, man, Pacer. Paid $250 for it because I wasn't about to get a used one. Pacer, what a car. Thing wasn't even a car, it's more like a window and 4 tires. Remember that big giant window? Ain't no chicks riding with Bubble Boy. One time I wore all white, people thought I was the Pope. I'll tell you, that car was messed up too, man. Had like one broken headlight and the one that worked points straight up in the sky like the bat signal. I get people following me thinking there was a grand opening somewhere. That doggone new Walmart keeps moving. I hated winters in a Pacer too, man, because the heater's got like 2 settings, you know? Cold or fire and brimstone. Can either have icicles coming out of your nostrils or no eyebrows. Road construction's everywhere. My goodness, apparently really making folks mad. I see signs everywhere now that say, end construction. Good idea. I'll sign that petition myself. Here's another sign I see here in the Midwest near the road crews. You ever see this one? Give them a break. Give them a break. These guys get paid $25 an hour to hold up a sign. What a break look like? Put a sandwich in the other hand? You ever notice the guy holding the sign always fits what the sign says? Slow. How do they manage that every single time? Oh, I hate to say it, when it's not the road construction slowing you down, it's the really old folks in the fast lane. I'm always getting stuck behind that one old guy in the fast lane, driving that Ford Tortoise or whatever they drive. You know the guy I'm talking about? Blinker's been on since he bought the car. You can always tell when it's a really old guy because they all have that same silhouette, where the ears get twice as big as the head. Because they grow like summer squash when you hit 85, don't they? My grandpa makes Ross Perot look like Vincent Van Gogh. I'm not kidding. I think his ears grow an inch per year. You do weird stuff when you get really old, man. My grandmother actually kind of shrinks every year. Anybody else got grandmas like that? They kind of get smaller, yeah? My grandma just turned 98. Yeah, she's about that big. Her and Grandpa go to the movies, he just sneaks her in his ear. It works out really good. Speaking of old folks, this is true. I read where the guy who wrote the lyrics to the Hokey Pokey passed away not too long ago. Yeah, he was in his 80s. And I heard at his funeral they had a big problem when it came time to lowering his casket into the grave. They don't get ahead of me over here. First they put the casket in, took the casket out, put it back in, shook it all about. His friends and family going, hey, what's this all about? Should be getting that joke in Arkansas about right now. I was watching this TV news show the other day. They had this story about this guy that had the first ever successful hand transplant. Yeah. I heard he was really excited when he woke up and they told him it was a success. He was like, cool! Thank you. Yeah, that's worth 2 claps. Maybe if we clap, we'll quit doing it. Right before I moved from Kansas City, they had this thing in the newspaper. This is true. You guys may have read about it. Where about a dozen Kansas City, Kansas cops surrounded this house for like 6 hours, guns drawn and everything, only to find out that the guy they thought was inside had already turned himself into a police station earlier. Hey, we ain't gonna see that episode on Cops, huh, folks? 6 hours. I'm thinking, what'd the guy do? Make bail? Then he shows up at his house going, hey man, what's going on? Be very, very quiet. We're hunting wabbit. Gig. Anybody here been on a cruise? Been on a cruise before? Yeah? Was it a nice one, man? What kind of cruise ship was it? Royal Caribbean, that's a nice one, yeah. Not like that low-budget deal I was on. The SS Satanic, I think it was called. What a nightmare. First of all, we're like 4.5 hours late leaving the dock. I look out, some guy in a truck's giving us a jump. Try her now! I cannot believe how small my room was. I'm not kidding. I was on the John. Somebody knocked at my door. I'm like, yeah. My first night there, I'm not kidding, I accidentally flushed one of my socks down the toilet. Found it the next day in the pool. Didn't do much swimming. A few years before that, I did my first overseas gig in Hong Kong. That was kind of cool. There's one American comedy club in Hong Kong. Lots of Buddhists in Hong Kong, I noticed. Yeah, they're everywhere, Buddhists. Got their little keychains, WWBD. Lots of British folks in Hong Kong, too, which kind of got me thinking, how come foreigners can move to the United States, live here all their life, still retain their accent? Americans go visit England for a weekend, they come back sounding like one of the Beatles. Well, we had a bloody good time at Buckingham Palace. So I do a lot of flying with this gig and fly all over the place. People always ask me if I'm afraid to fly these days. I'm not. But I tell you what I hate. I hate these really small planes they put you on whenever you have to make a connection that isn't near a major airport. I did this one gig, connected me like 4 times, man. The planes just kept getting smaller and smaller. Last one didn't have a pilot, just some guy in the ground holding a remote control. Here's what I want to know. How is it you can learn to fly a jumbo jet, but you cannot learn to make an announcement over the PA without getting stumped? Every pilot in the world does the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. Just wanted to let you know that... we've landed. And I want to know whose great idea it was to always pass out the peanuts 2.5 hours before beverage service. After everybody's completely dehydrated. Would you like something to drink? No, just keep bringing me more peanuts, will you? I'd like to resemble Lot's wife by the time we land. When they finally get to you, they bring you a cup about that big. Oh, thanks, we having communion? Did I get a wafer with this? So now I'm drinking shots of Pepsi. Ding! Set him up again, darling. Rounds for everybody. Boy, they hate when you ring that thing. Sometimes they don't even show up. You're like, ding! Ding, 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 ding. They finally get there. What? Where were you, in the basement? Yes, stewardess, can I get a pillow, please? Not a big pillow. One about the size of a chicklet will do. Thank you very much. I prefer to have to fold it 40 times. First time I saw those, I thought they were earplugs. Sticking one in each ear. I used to like to travel and tape my own show, you know, and, with the tripod, but the tripod freaks them out. I have to check the tripod. Every time it goes through the x-ray machine. They're like, what's that? Oh, that's what I was going to hit the pilot over the head with when I take over the plane. You know, if you haven't been around enough to know what a tripod is, what's the chances you're going to recognize a bomb? So I've been, was at the dollar store earlier today. I love that place, the dollar store. I was over there getting a present for my wife. And actually, I was checking on my CD sales. But this is absolutely true. I'm not kidding. I'm at this dollar store getting all these items, right? And first of all, the cashier is like scanning stuff. At the dollar store, and one item won't go through, so she keeps trying it. I'm thinking, if she calls for a price check, I'm going to punch her. She keeps trying it. Finally, I'm like, pretty sure it's $1. And the people who shop there are just as bad. I don't know how many times I've been in the dollar store, there was somebody going, how much is this? I'm thinking, it's the dollar store. Can you memorize that? One time I said it right to their face. I did. I got fired, but it was worth it. So, where was the married folks at? We got a lot of married folks here tonight. Married? Yeah. Cool. Was somebody over here recently engaged? Did they ask about that? Recently engaged or married? Apparently there is, because he can't talk. We have an agreement. She finishes the sentences. Nobody recently engaged or married? Yeah. Where at? How long? How long? Yesterday? Shouldn't you be somewhere else now? When's the wedding?
Next summer.
Next summer?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So you proposed yesterday?
Yesterday.
Wow, and she said yes, obviously, and she's here tonight.
No.
She's not. She's going, I got till next summer, right? You do what you want to do. She's not here. Well, that's okay. What's your name, sir?
Matt.
Matt? Well, you're going to learn a lot in marriage, Matt, that's for sure. I'll tell you right now, you have to have a good sense of humor in marriage. That's right. Matt, I was telling my wife the other day, I said, honey, you know guys like Tom Cruise are a dime a dozen. She goes, here's a nickel, get me 6. You're going to learn a lot in marriage, that's for sure. One of the many things you will learn when you first move in with your wife is that there are 2 types of towels in the bathroom. Towels you can use if you want to dry off, and towels you can use if you want to get killed. Matt, those are the good towels, and the good towels are just for company to look at. Don't ask what that means, just memorize it. Because I guarantee you, the first time you forget and she catches you, you're going to be walking around like Rain Man. Definitely shouldn't have used the good towels. Definitely shouldn't have used the good towels. Uh-oh. I will never forget the first time I learned about the good towels. My wife and I are both in the bathroom, standing at the sink. I just get done washing my hands. I happily start to reach for the closest towel. Do, 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 do. All of a sudden I hear, step away from the towels. Step away. It's my darling sweet wife looking a lot like Dirty Harry. I know what you're thinking, punk. Are those the good towels or the bad towels? Well, you want to get lucky later, punk? They better be the bad towels. Well, she'll hurt you bad if she doesn't kill you. And no court would convict her, because they know, especially a woman judge. He did what? He used the good towels after playing mud football. So you set him on fire while he was asleep. Well, that's self-defense. Community service. Oh, where do you start with what the women go through? Ladies, any of you married to a snorer? Who's married to a snorer? Yeah, pretty much everyone here. Ladies, isn't it true you can talk to your husbands about it all you want? They don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean I snore? I think I know if I snored. But they don't know, because some of them snore so loud they wake themselves up. They still don't know. They're like... Honey, wake up. I think there's somebody on the roof. I think they're ripping the shingles off the house. I'm serious. You gonna go check? Now, my wife, she doesn't really snore, but every once in a while she's sleeping, her nostril gets stuck. to the inside of her nose. She turns into this party favor. Taxis are pulling up to our house. Sometimes it sounds like a B-52 coming out of the sky. Neighbors are in their pajamas following the bomb shelter. I'll tell you, if she's having a really rough night, get all kinds of noises. My dog thinks we're going outside. Go back to sleep, Sparky. Oh, the other night it was driving me nuts, so I tried to plug it up. So we got 3 little boys. We just had our 3rd little boy. He's 1-year-old, and he's in the car. You guys want to see him? I'll bring him in. He's a cutie. It's my week to watch him. I was actually in the delivery room for all of them, which is cool. But however, I wish someone would have told me that they kind of come out purple. This last one, he was solid purple, man. For a split second, I was actually thinking, the weekend Barney was at the mall. Where was my wife? Doesn't look like me. I was watching the Batman movies with my boys the other day. They love those Batman movies. But here's what I don't get about the movie Batman, okay? Batman's got $1 billion car, $1 billion boat, $1 billion jet. But does it ever occur to the people of Gotham City that his secret identity might be the one billionaire who lives there? Took my kids not too long ago to see Spy Kids 2 with Antonio Banderas. Here's my impersonation of every person in the audience watching Antonio Banderas in a movie. What'd he say? It's like every other line, there's like 2 or 3 words that's kind of an unintelligible utterance. You have no idea what he's saying. At one point in the movie, he says to the lady playing his wife, he goes, "We can't take the kids with us if we're not going to Carmen de la Jose." Even she turned to the audience and goes, "What'd he say?" Movies are so expensive, too. My goodness, theater prices are outrageous. You go to the movies, it's like, "Yeah, let me get that jumbo popcorn and 2 large Cokes off layaway, please." And can you do me a favor, Mr. Cinema Guy? Can you make sure to pack that ice to overflowing in that little soda cup so I get all of a spoonful worth of pop for my $10? Can you do that, Clearasil boy? You gotta tell him, don't you? 3 ice cubes, pal. 3 ice cubes. Beep, 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 beep. Hey, you're the manager of Burger King, aren't you?
Call Bob. Did you say Bill? Barb? Bob? Bob, did you want Bob's cell? Bob's home? Bob's cousin from Utah? Bob's cell. Did you say Bob's cell? Yes. Did you say yes? Yes. Press 1 if you said yes. You pressed 2. Did you mean to press 2? Press 1 if you meant to press 2. It might be quicker just to call Bob yourself. Called my friend on his cell phone not too long ago. I got this message. You ever get this message? "Sorry, I'm away from my phone right now." Oh yeah? Well, you might want to get one of those cell phones you can take with you. They got those now. I think that's a big lie. I think the only reason not to answer your phone these days is because you don't want to talk to the person, right? And I'm honest with people. That's why if you call my phone and get this message. "Hi, it's Mike. I have caller ID. Bye." I hate when I'm talking to somebody on the phone, they don't differentiate between our conversation and when they start talking to somebody else. I was talking to my friend the other day. I'm like, "Hey man, you coming to my show this weekend?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll be there. Just put those boxes right over there. Yeah, set those boxes on the porch." "Sorry man, I was talking to somebody else." "I wish you would have told me. I just moved a bunch of boxes." I'm a long way with phones. It wasn't like 17 years ago we had the rotary phones. Remember those things, slightly faster than sending a postcard? It'd be like... Get to the last number and screw up. Oh. Start all over. Finally, the first touch-tone phones came out, but the first touch-tone phones were kind of expensive, so they came out with this phone that looked like a touch-tone but simulated a rotary. Remember that? It'd be like... It's a touch-tone. Finally, the first cordless phones. Remember the first cordless phones about the size of a minivan? People be in the front yard showing them off. Hey, what's up? Just talking on my phone. It's cordless.